All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily, where we post daily Las Vegas Raiders content. If that's something you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Raiders Nation, man, you guys have been blessing this channel so much. I appreciate you. Words really can't describe it. I was trying to hit 100 likes on today's videos. We're trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of May, which is looking very likely. So once again, thank you guys so much. I want to talk about a couple of things today. All right, I'm big on the Raiders. You know, I'm very, very, very big on the Raiders this season. I think that first off, you know, you have the addition of Davante Adams. Clearly, the defense got so much better, dude. Like, the defense, I can't remember the last time the Raiders had, like, that freaking defense. I literally can't remember. I think they've got it. Or they're at least getting on the way. Like, imagine the Raiders went out, signed James Bradberry, maybe even Ndamukong Suh. Like, I'd be terrified. I already am. If I'm an opposing team, I'm not really looking forward to playing the Raiders defense. But we're not talking Raiders defense because, you know, yeah, defense does win championships, but at the same time, you know, your offense needs to put points on the board. And if you guys don't know me, I'm a big Davante Adams fan. In fact, I'm a huge Davante Adams fan. And I also love Darren Waller. You know, Darren Waller's a guy who I refuse to really speak badly about. Pay the man, do what you got to do, get him back on the Raiders. But in the meantime, let's enjoy. All right. Here's the thing. You know, I look at the Raiders offense the last couple of years. And yeah, you know, there's talent. Like, there's talent. There's no Davante Adams, dude. There's just no Davante Adams, right? To me, it is undisputed, undoubtedly, Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in my brain in the entire NFL. It's actually not close to me. It's really not close. Basically, what happens is Davante Adams, every single play gets double teamed. Every single play. Or if he's not getting double teamed, there is just an immense amount of safety help or any help that the opposing team is going to throw on. When you watch Packers playoff games, what happens? Aaron Rodgers spams square. He spams that square button Davante Adams like there's no tomorrow. What did we see 2 years ago in the conference championship against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Dude, you'd have like the Packers would get like a much needed important stop. And then what would happen? The Pack got to put some points on the board. They just would throw like 3 straight contested double teams to Davante Adams. Because there's one thing, I know this isn't a Packers video, this will make sense because we're talking Darren Waller here. Darren Waller is the X factor. He's the secret weapon on this Raiders offense. The reason is going to be because the Raiders have not had a guy to Davante Adams' caliber on offense before, and he is going to be getting double teamed like there is no tomorrow. And that should sound familiar. That should ring a bell because what happens to Darren Waller? Double team, triple team. This man always has 2 bodies near him, just like Davante Adams. So if you think about the Packers, honestly, like, since they won the Super Bowl, as far as wide receiver depth goes, there's nothing there, right? Nothing there. Yeah, Allen Lazard, you know, like I said, there's not a Packers video. Allen Lazard, they got some guys who can do some things. Tight end-wise, there's nothing there. They haven't really had ever, you know, like a super solid, reliable, sturdy tight end. Well, the Raiders do, and his name's Darren Waller. And I saw a comment, I was watching Darren Waller highlights earlier today, and I saw a comment on the video saying, like, it's crazy how, because obviously Darren got injured last season. He played 11 games, 55 catches, 665 yards, 2 touchdowns. And people were like, it's crazy how he didn't play the whole season. So he had a down year technically. And I guess it was kind of like a down year, you know, 12 yards per reception. I don't really believe that it was a down year. But there's a lot of people saying Darren had a down year last year, not due just solely to injury. Double team, triple team, that somehow always gets overlooked. What happens with this new Raiders offense is Davante is going to have so much pressure on him. I don't mean like on him, like defensive pressure. There is going to be so many people. You know, he's the superstar. You know, he is a superstar. And so when you're playing the Raiders and you're an opposing team's defense, you cannot leave Davante on an island. So what's that going to do? It's going to open up the rest of the field, right? So, you know, it's not just going to be Darren that's going to have a good, solid season. You know, I would imagine Hunter gets right back at it. Mr. Consistency, he's going to have a great season. You're going to have a bunch of your other low-key wide receivers. I wouldn't be surprised if Demarcus Robinson, Keelan Cole, if they, start opening some eyes. I still, personally want the Raiders to go out and make another move at that wide receiver position. But for the time being, it's still super solid. Because could you imagine if the Raiders had to do like Odell, if they had to do like Julio, to add on to Davante Adams and Darren Waller and Hunter? Like, that's a lot of threats that you have to guard. But when we look at Darren's last three seasons, we'll kind of throw last year's out. Year before that, dude, 107 receptions, 1,200 yards for 9 touchdowns. Year before that, 90 receptions, 1,150 yards for 3 touchdowns. So it's like regardless of being double-teamed and triple-teamed, and I don't mean to say like he's the only threat on the Raiders offense, but like he's clearly that dude. He's like a tight end, or he's a wide receiver in a tight end's body. Derek Carr, if he's in single coverage, especially if you're in the red zone, you can loop it on up there and have full faith that he's coming down with that ball. But I just think this man is so poised for a great season. I really have never understood, I think Derek Carr is going to have a great season as well. Never really understood the chemistry issues between Carr and Waller. I don't think that exists in any way, shape, or form. I think that's all just kind of like BS, fake news. But, we're talking about a Pro Bowler here, Darren. 29 years old. He's in his prime here. If he can just stay healthy, he's going to help lead this Raiders team to a deep playoff run. Like, I guarantee you. I am so big on this dude. I've been kind of advocating for him ever since I made this channel, where it's like, I hope they pay him. I hope that, they're able to retain Darren. But just in case they're not able to, or they don't want to, or whatever may happen, maybe he gets injured, God forbid again, and it just doesn't end up working out. Enjoy every moment Darren is out on that out on that field, with the Raiders, with Derek Carr. They got something special brewing, man. And I'll probably make more wide receiver videos, but I really think if you go out and you get another, it doesn't have to be a big name. In fact, I look at a guy like Will Fuller even, and I'm like, just that speed, that explosiveness, like the athleticism. He's one of the fastest wide receivers at 27 years old in the NFL, with all the injuries, personal issues, all the crap he has been through. He's still that good of a football player. He's still great. You're going to be able to get him on a cheap, prove-it, 1-year contract. But it's just going to open up more doors. But like I said, even as it stands right now with Davante Adams out there, you're not going to be able to triple-team Darren Waller. You're just not going to be able to. You got guys like Hunter out there. And so, like I said, imagine you throw in Will Fuller. It's going to pose a lot of issues for defenses. It's going to pose a lot of issues. They're going to have to do a lot of scouting. They're going to have to be prepared. They're going to have to come up with game plans to figure out this Raiders offense, because sprinkle in Josh Jacobs in there as well, and then hopefully, I'm very eager. I am excited about the new. They made moves at the offensive line. Obviously, they had a horrible offensive line last year. I don't know if I doubt that they're quite done yet. I'm looking at specifically at the right tackle position, but as a lot of guys say, they do have young guys that are, supposed to be there, or are, hopefully ready to kind of fill that role. It's mainly like a health thing as well. But we'll see, dude. We'll see. I really like this Raiders squad. It's why I predicted them at 12-5. And, I'm very eager, and I think Darren Waller is that X factor on this squad. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's try and hit 100 likes on today's video. And let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys later.